says, "Ve'ato tetzav es bnei Yisrael," you should command the Yidden, "Ve'yitcho elecha shemen zayis zach kasis," that they should bring to you crushed pure olive oil, lamar, to give light, lahalois ner tamid, in order to light the menorah. The Rebbe asks a few questions. First of all, why does the pasuk use the lashon ve'ato tetzaveh and not tzav es bnei Yisrael like it usually uses? Ve'ato tetzaveh implies that Moshe Rabbeinu is the one commanding, but really Hashem is the one commanding and Moshe is just the shliach. The Rebbe asks the second question on the words kasis lamar, crushed to give light. The Rebbe says the pasuk should have used the word leha'ir, which means to give light. Why does the pasuk use the word lamar, which means the essence of light? The Rebbe says we can understand this by first understanding what the word tzav means. Tzav could have two explanations. It could mean command, like it usually means, and it could also mean connect, like it means in this pasuk. The Rebbe says that when it says ve'ato tetzaveh, the Eibusher is telling Moshe that you should connect as Bnei Yisrael. You should connect the Yidden to the Eibusher. You should connect the Yidden to Hashem. The Rebbe goes on to explain that this job of Moshe Rabbeinu to connect the Yidden with the Eibusher also applies to this Pashtusa, the Moshe Shebechol Dor, to the Moshe that's in every generation. Every generation has a Moshe Rabbeinu, a Nasi, a Rebbe, which connects the Yidden to the Eibusher. How does the Moshe Rabbeinu connect the Yidden with the Eibusher? Through feeding the Yidden emunah, that it should be b'pnimius, by revealing the etzem haneshama, the essence of the neshama that every Yid has. The Rebbe goes on to explain that in a generation which requires Mesiras Nefesh, like the generation of the Frierdiker Rebbe, the job of Moshe Rabbeinu feeding the emunah is brought out in a way of Mesiras Nefesh, which that is when the job of Moshe Rabbeinu is brought out most. The Rebbe says that in a place like we're living now, where there's no decrees to keep Torah mitzvahs, where you don't need to have Mesiras Nefesh, that is when the real job of Moshe Rabbeinu is brought out the most, when the Yidden keep Torah mitzvahs even in a place where there's no Mesiras Nefesh. The Rebbe says, based on this, we can understand why the pasuk says kasis lamar, crushed to give light. The Rebbe says that kasis refers to the being crushed by galus, by decrees against Torah and mitzvahs. Through being crushed, through having kasis, that's what brings to the ma'ar, to the real etzem haneshama. The Rebbe goes on to explain that you could also have this idea of kasis even in a higher level when there's no decrees on Yidden, when you're allowed to do Torah mitzvahs openly. But just being pained by the fact that you're in galus brings to the ma'ar, which is the etzem haneshama. May we be zeiche that Moshe Rabbeinu of our generation should take us out of galus with the coming of Mashiach now.